Hi guys! So today I'm going to make for you a super easy no-bake cheesecake recipe. So as you know, we are in Spain and it's really hot in the summer. So my goal is to use the oven as little as possible, because when you use the oven, it heats up the whole house and it's already so stupid hot. We don't want to make things hotter. So this is completely no bake, meaning you just put it in the fridge and that's it. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is make the pie crust. And so what you're going to need is a pan, some graham crackers. You're gonna need about 1.5 cups, some butter, and 1/4 cup of sugar. So before I actually start mixing this in, I'm actually going to melt the butter, because that'll make everything easier to mix later on. So we'll start with the graham crackers. I don't know if you guys remember from the last video, but we bought graham cracker cookies and then we just crushed them up. So I did the same thing here today. And a mug usually equals 8 ounces, which is equivalent to a cup. So I put in 1 cup, I'm gonna put in half, Then I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of sugar. Once the butter is melted, you're gonna pour that into the mixture. And then you're gonna stir everything in for a few minutes. Now I might actually add more graham crackers here, just to give it a real nice thick crust. And what you want to do is, when you're making the crust, you really want to press the crust towards the bottom of the pan, because when we put the mixture on top, it's going to fit really nicely on top of this flat surface. And you can actually use your fingers. I did wash my hands before, so always make sure to wash your hands, and then just press everything in. And if you have some bigger pieces of pie crust, it's okay. You'll be able to push it in and crush it. Okay, so the next part we're gonna work on is the filling. I just finished putting the crust in the fridge, so we'll let that hang out, and then we'll get started with the filling. So what we're gonna need is around 1.5 cups worth of cream cheese. So I'm gonna use about 2 of these, which equivalents to a little bit more, but that's okay. But 1.5 cups is what you'll need. I'm gonna put this, luckily this was sitting out for a while, so it's very soft and it's not gonna take very long to mix. And normally what you'd want to use is a mixer, but if you don't have one, that's okay, because you can mix it yourself. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes that we stirred. Look how nice this looks, nice and creamy. And this is just the cream cheese. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 1 cup worth of powdered sugar. So we'll do that first. Start to stir. And so now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Is that? And finally, I'm going to add some some lemon juice. So it says to use 2 tablespoons. I'm probably going to use a little bit more just because I think it's going to taste really good if it has a little bit more of a lemon zest to it. I just really love lemon, so. Okay, and so now I am stirring everything together, and we're gonna stir this for about a minute. So we stirred this for about a minute. The last thing we're gonna add to our mixture is heavy cream, or what they call here in Spain, nata. So you are gonna use about 1.5 cups of heavy cream. This is the equivalent of that. This might be a little bit more. And we're going to do our final stir. Get it real thick. And again, we're probably gonna stir this for about a minute or 2. So it's been about 2 minutes that we stirred, and you can see that it's going back to that really thick pudding consistency. So it looks really nice. I think I'm just about done stirring here. And now I'm going to pour the mixture into our pan. Look at how nice that looks. Okay, and so we're gonna spread it out nice and evenly. And then the next part is pretty easy. We just put it in the fridge and we're gonna leave it in there for about 5 to 6 hours. So after this is done, we're gonna decorate, give it a try, and see how it goes. Yeah. Okay, so it's been like 5 or 6 hours. Yes, I have been here for 5 or 6 hours. So we are ready to take out the cheesecake. Let's see how it looks. So this is how it looks. It's not jelly like it was before. It's pretty thick. And so just to make it super fancy, I bought these blackberries. So I'm gonna take it over here and just kind of decorate the rim. Make it look nice. Okay, so now we're gonna cut it up and then David's gonna try a piece and see how we did. Okay, so we cut up the cheesecake. One thing that I forgot to do that I want to communicate now, make sure that you butter the bottom of your pan. And the reason I say this is because even though this is no bake, the crust will still stick to the bottom of the pan. So, good news is the crust is delicious. I haven't tried the rest, which is why I've asked my friend David to give it a taste. David, dive right in.
All right, we're gonna taste Daniela's no-bake cheesecake. That's really good. Wow, that's actually really good. I can't tell the difference between this and like a regular or normal traditional cheesecake. It is really good, and then lemon added a nice touch. I'm happy.
Okay, so there you have it. David liked it. I'm about to dive in. I hope you guys try this, and if you do, let us know. We love to read the comments. So that's it, and I will see you next time. Bye.